blood and thunder, our way of life ended. The Titans fed their hunger for human flesh unchecked. Stop it! No!
Wow, that's it. Attack on Titan has officially finished. It almost feels like graduation for me. You've talked to so many people throughout the years, and eventually you have to say goodbye because you have to move on with your lives. This anime has been a ride for many of us. For many years, it's made us get excited, laugh, cry, get really angry, and most of all, it built communities. I've never seen an anime before this that helped make people friends, and even new YouTubers become even more popular because everyone was excited for the new season, new episode of Attack on Titan, and everybody wanted to know what everyone thought. Hell, I'm not even that popular, and I can remember 3 years ago when I made a bunch of Attack on Titan content, and that's the only reason why I have this many subscribers, because truth be told, that's the only reason why people started seeing my content. No one cared about what I have to say before that because I have to admit most of my content was pretty shitty, and I still make pretty shitty content, but I know one day I'll be able to make it as a YouTuber. Leave a comment down below and tell me your story of how Attack on Titan impacted your life. Look, before this anime, you'd hear a lot of people talk about how Cowboy Bebop or Gurren Lagann or even Death Note was the most popular anime ever. I never watched those animes, but I knew the titles of them, and I would see so many people cosplaying these characters. And now you see a bunch of people cosplaying Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, and etc, etc. And so I think, if you know the answer, leave a comment down below, but was cosplaying always this popular, or did it just become more popular now? The manga came out in 2009-ish, so for all the manga readers, it must have been a long time before you could tell anyone about the anime, which must have been really annoying.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay.
I remember I saw the manga before the anime came out and I thought, nah, I don't want to read this. This artwork looks really bad, it's too dark and it looks fucking ugly. I would much rather read something like Haikyuu or Nisekoi or even Beelzebub, but that doesn't matter now because it's done, it's finished, Attack on Titan has ended. But in terms of the anime first started on September 28th, 2013 and it's finally ended in November 4th, 2023. And it finished with 4 seasons, even though there's a huge pause between season 1 and 2. 5 years in total, 2013 and 2017. I mean, it's 10 years, so halfway through the anime, they changed studios. It used to be with studios that made animes like Spy Family, Vinland Saga, Vivi. So an already popular studio to another popular studio, MAPPA, which made animes like Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's Paradise, Chainsaw Man, and even Zombieland Saga.
Oh my god! Wow!
This anime is so big that it ended up being on the New York Times. And also, there's crossovers between Marvel, Spider-Man, much more. And according to Hajime Isayama, he had this ending planned already from the start. And you can kind of tell because of the ending of the anime. So let's get into it. What happened in the final episode of Attack on Titan? And if you like this video so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave a comment if you like. And when I'm talking about the final episode, I'm not talking about the first final episode or the second final episode. I'm talking about the final episode. So after we get through the parts where they just kind of recap, just in case you forgot what happened in the last episode. No, I get it, you spent a lot of money on this budget. Great song, good animation, cool fight, sure. Oh, and before we move on, just know this is not a spoiler for your review. So right after Armin declares that he's gonna save Eren, he gets swallowed by one of the Titans. Look, I like Armin too, but I think he should have died there. Titans don't just swallow you, they kill you. Plus, he was suffocated in that Titan. For some reason, he didn't pass out or anything. He just kind of lived for the whole episode. Very unusual. So for the majority of the beginning, all the humans have to fight the past generation 9 Titans. And Connie says something smart for a change. I don't think they can defeat those 9 Titans. But fortunately at Peak, she's fucking crazy. Not only does she motivate people to move, because damn, look at her move, but she actually starts the beginning to the end for Eren. She straps grenades around his neck so he blows up, and it's very unfortunate for her because right when she's about to click the button to blow him up, she gets destroyed. It's probably because she says that she doesn't care what happens to Eren because she doesn't know him. And later in the episode she keeps talking about how she doesn't really know Eren. So I'm thinking she either hates Eren or she really wants to know Eren. And while they're fighting Titans, sometimes they move so fast I can't tell if it's Mikasa or it's Levi. Was I the only one? They both have black hair, light skin, and they're very fast. And then it gets very crazy because while Armin's inside this Titan thinking about how they're gonna lose because Ymir is just so strong, he sees Berthold crying, and outside of his dream, the big fucking colossal Titan rips the armored Titan's head off. And I was super shocked how that even happened. How is something in Armin's dream happening in real life and it ruins them? So Rainer's down, Levi's leg has been destroyed, can't really move that fast anymore. Kanya has given up, and everyone else has been very injured. So then we get the big scene. She declares to everyone that she's fucking strong and she will protect everyone, and big ass wings pop out of nowhere. And what are those wings? It's not for Mikasa, it's actually a cheat code that the creator gave them. One of the kids is so lucky that they end up transforming to a bird Titan, which no one else can do. They can fly higher than Titans can even jump. But luckily on the bird, Annie also comes. And while they're flying in the air, they're discussing that they have to kill Eren. And everyone's sad, some people are crying, but getting Mikasa to understand that they have to kill Eren is just so damn complicated. And it also gets more complicated for the people in the air because it turns out to be some of the Titans have bow and arrows that can strike down birds. Really? So Eren goes down there to stop them, and he uses some of his martial arts that he'd never used until now. I don't understand why he wasn't using some of that martial arts on some of these Titans. Kung Fu more tie their ass. And while the Titan that's trying to kill Peak is distracted, I didn't even know they get distracted. Turns out to be that Peak can transform into a Titan as many times as she wants, just don't get killed, and that's why she runs her ass off. I mean, she's an all-star that I'd never expected to be that good. She ends up ripping a bunch of Titans' heads off. She shows that just because she's a cart Titan doesn't mean she's not as strong as, let's say, the Colossal Titan. And finally we get a good look at the Titan that swallowed Armin. It's kind of weird looking. It reminds me of a deer, but it also reminds me of something you'd see in hell, like a devil. Mikasa says it's an O copy, and I don't even know what that is. But the point is that they have to capture it, kill it, and take Armin back. And Levi is between, he wants help, but truth be told, he's fucking injured and can't even move really. But that doesn't fucking stop him. He's a fucking soldier. Meanwhile, Armin's still breathing somehow, even though he's being suffocated, and he gets teleported to the wall where we saw Ymir first. And he is shocked. He can't believe who he sees. I mean, it's pretty fucked up that he knows him by name. He says Zeke, and he says, "Hello, Eren's friend." And you can imagine if Zeke and Armin are there, they're having a philosopher battle. They're thinking of subjects like, who made life? Why are we here? Who is everyone's husband on Attack on Titan? Just to give you the breakdown, basically she's explaining to Armin how she's so simpy for King Fritz that she stayed here for 2,000 years. And Zeke doesn't understand why she's doing that, but Eren does, and that's why Ymir chose Eren. So after that story, Armin asks him, how do we get out of this place? And Zeke says, we don't. And Zeke has probably been here for a very long time because this guy is fucking depressed. He needs to see a therapist. I think many people need to see a therapist. That's why this video is sponsored by Fuck You. That's one of my favorite sponsors. Plus, Zeke doesn't really want to leave this world anyways, but Armin tells him how great the outside world is and he should go and touch grass. So after reminding him of his childhood, that's when Zeke says, alright, let's get the fuck out of here. After that, we figure out that Annie isn't that good at fighting anymore, and she gets attacked by 50 Titans. While everyone's trying to stop these 50 Titans, the one Titan that everyone's looking for, Mikasa spots, and she wants to destroy its head off. But unfortunately, it's really agile, and it's about to run it. But they have a cheat code, it's a fucking bird, and Gabi snipes that thing. Damn, who's hungry? Then Mikasa ruins the food and slashes its head, and Armin gets spit out, and that Titan's just not gonna let that happen, so he injures Armin's leg before going down. Then Armin's girlfriend saves the game by catching the ball, and Armin's safe. And I'll be honest, there's so many Titans fighting that I'm not sure if we've seen these Titans before, but I don't remember like the Ram Titan or this guy with the beard Titan. So right before Zeke left the world where Ymir lives, he's leaving goodbye messages to all the people who are dead now, and it's so wholesome. So when he gets back to his real body, he says, I don't know if I deserve to even live because I've killed so many people. And so you're thinking, okay, maybe he's gonna live because people are gonna feel bad for him. Fuck no. Levi fucking hates this guy and just cuts his fucking body open. I mean, I don't really blame him. He caused him so much pain. And to be honest, he would have dedicated his whole life to killing Zeke, so better now than never. So it's true what they say, everybody gets their 5 minutes of fame. Jean's able to blow up Eren's head, and that's like taking the strawberry from the cake. There's only one, and man, it was super epic. Except that's not almost killed Rainer because a giant ass worm almost destroys Rainer. And that's not where it ends. They have to destroy the rumbling, and there's only one way. Armin has to transform. I don't know how strong the armor Titan is, but it can take an explosion from the Colossal Titan. And with that, the rumbling is over. But not the one in my stomach, I have to go eat. So after that, Mikasa ends up getting a headache, and she remembers the final words Eren said to her before. They never saw him again. He said, I hate you, Mikasa. But don't worry for those people who like Mikasa. He didn't mean it in a harmful way. He just really needed to leave, and he needed to hurt Mikasa so she would leave him alone. So since they got rid of the rumbling, a lot of the people got to meet their families again. And imagine it's like those videos where the soldiers come back and the family members just feel so happy that they're back they cry. But there's only one problem. Just because they got rid of the rumbling doesn't mean Eren is dead. So the fight that everyone would pay thousands and thousands of dollars for happened. On one corner we have the Colossal Titan, and on the other, Eren fucking Yaeger. So unfortunately it also means that the soldiers have to say goodbye to their families again, but that also means that the big ass giant worm is not dead yet. I guess Reiner couldn't defeat it. And so much shit is going on that Mikasa's getting a fucking headache. But according to Eren, that's just how Ackermans are. There's no need to worry about it. I would hate to be an Ackerman, for sure. Big W's for Armin because when he transformed, he got rid of the rumbling, but it didn't get rid of the worm, it didn't get rid of Eren, it really didn't do much besides that. So as usual, Eren's very mad. But at the same time, the fight everyone's been waiting for happens. The Attack Titan versus the Colossal Titan. Who will win? So unfortunately, so much shit's happening. The only people that can go and fight for their lives are Ackermans and Titans, which are the only people that people actually care about. So sadly, Connie and Jean have to say goodbye because they're probably going to die. Let me know in the comment section below if you actually like them, and describe why. So remember when I said she had a headache? Well, it's more of a migraine. She has such a big migraine that she teleports in the past, or maybe in the future. Who knows where this fucking place is? It almost feels like Mikasa's wet dream or something, where Eren doesn't have a man bun, and he's not trying to get revenge on everyone. It's in a place where it's far away from the city where there's no revenge, and it's in the woods, and Mikasa and Eren can live happy ever after. Except it gets ruined by her mind because she knows Eren would never say that, and say it says, throw away the scarf because when I die, I don't want you to remember me at all. And it's also kind of like a horror movie because one moment he looks like a nice boy and the other one he looks very ugly and titan-like. And that shit wakes her up. I mean, who wouldn't wake up after seeing that? So Mikasa knows that she has to kill Eren right now because that's what Eren would have wanted. And so while the Colossal Titan's grabbing the long hair of the Attack Titan and punching him in the face, Mikasa sneaks into the Attack Titan and cuts Eren's fucking head off. Yes, finally, that's what I've been waiting for since the 3rd season of this anime. And then we get one of the most awkward scenes. What the fuck is she doing? Why did she kiss a person who's dead? And on top of that, they made it look like it was a really romantic scene. Fuck no, I don't think it was romantic at all. If Eren didn't want to kiss her when they were alive, why would he want to kiss her now? And then we get to the final chapter, towards the tree on that hill. So I'm not going to explain to you exactly everything that happened, but the gist is, Eren gets to apologize to Armin about all the shit that he did to him. And he also explains to Armin the whole Ymir shit, how for 2,000 years she needs someone to come to help her escape, and that was Mikasa. And unfortunately, no one knows why Mikasa, even Eren, the one that Ymir chose. So because of the Founding Titan, Eren's stuck in this conundrum where the beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. And the Founding Titan needed Burl to stay alive, so he sent the Titan at the beginning to kill his own mom. So then, why was he mad at the Titans for killing his mom when it's just him doing that? Wouldn't it make the whole show pointless if this is true? So what's really interesting about this anime is he likes to go into this heaven-like state where they're in the clouds above the world and they can just talk in peace. I kind of like it, but at the same time, I don't think they deserve that state. So Eren tells Armin that he actually liked Mikasa and he doesn't want to die, but he's dead anyways. And unfortunately, they're only able to save 20% of humanity, and everything else is gone because of war. And Eren tells Armin war is always going to be a thing and there's nothing you can do about it, and Armin gets very mad. But here's one thing I liked about the ending of this anime. Armin tells Eren that they're both going to live together forever in hell. And that's true. They've killed 80% of humanity. Fuck them. And so when Armin comes back to real life, he sees that Eren's dead and he lets out a big cry. While Eren is dead, that doesn't mean happiness is gone or anything. These soldiers still have their families, they still have their loved ones. While Eren is gone, and that is sad for them, they should be able to move on eventually. So Armin and Mikasa find out the best place to let Eren rest. They choose a tree that he loves resting in, and that's the first episode opening scene. But even then, some soldier men still want to kill them for some reason. Armin steps in, gives them a big speech, and tells them why they shouldn't kill them. And so after all of that, Ymir also gets to finally rest in peace. So 3 years pass after the Battle of Heaven and Earth. The Titans are officially gone because Eren's dead. But that doesn't mean that war is gone. What's the message of this anime? There will always be war as long as there's hatred and anger. But that's just how life is. It is what it is. So even after all this time, Historia is married and all, Reiner does not give up. He still likes her. And so all the soldiers still have to go back to living a life where they have to work every single day. Except they're really paranoid because obviously they're army people, so at any point they could die. So what are most of them going to do? They're going to go out there and tell everyone the story of this war and why this happened. Especially Levi, because he can't do anything anymore. He's in a wheelchair, he can't really see. So he's just going to take care of the kids, telling them the old story of how Grandpa won the war. So unfortunately, Mikasa every day goes to the tree to just cry about Eren. until she sees a bird wrapping her scarf around her neck again, and she thinks it's Eren. So if you end up watching the little clip in the song, you'll figure out that Mikasa ends up dying eventually. And of course everyone knows she wants to be buried next to Eren. And to me, the song describes how life just works this way. It's a lot of war, time goes on, people pass away, people are born, and that's just the way of life. And so many centuries later, a boy and his dog end up fighting this tree again, except he doesn't know what the meaning of the tree or anything is, just like in real life. One day, we'll all just be forgotten. And I know it's a sour note to end it on, but I think the beauty of life is not about leaving a mark so everyone remembers you. To me, it means fulfillment of life, and then you can just peace out of here. Because if you're gonna die anyway, why does it matter if people know who you are? You're gone, you'll never know. So here are my feelings towards the ending of this Attack on Titan movie, episode, saga, series, whatever it is. Well, I think this is a really great anime that I could probably watch again, probably nowhere in the near future, because I feel it ended in a really great way, and I hope to watch another anime that's just as good eventually. I know a lot of people got mad over the ending because it's not what they want. They want Eren to stay alive or to cause some havoc, but for me, I think it had an original ending that I think, thank you for making this anime. I'll also like to thank all the people who liked the Attack on Titan series I've made in the past, and the people that were able to make it to the end of this episode. Thank you. I can't wait to watch another anime that's going to be so good, just like Attack on Titan, that I can't wait to make a big video on. So if you want to join this journey with me, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment if you like, so you can stay up to date. Also, tell me your thoughts on the ending of Attack on Titan down in the comment section below. Alright, that's the end of this video. Peace. Shit, I can't believe Attack on Titan's over.